Password accepted. You may now enter the bunker.
Hey, welcome everybody to Enter the Bunker, fun challenges empowering you, the people, to survive and thrive in today's world. And in today's world, we are going to be entering the other bunker. And before we do that though, Kelly?
Yes.
Kelly, me, and the Enter the Bunker team went to a new cafe yesterday.
We did.
Yeah, that was fun.
It was fun. We played Clue. It was a board game cafe called
Yes.
Press Play Cafe.
Press Play Cafe. They gave me this cool mug. You can see it right there.
I know. I'm actually kind of
Press
disappointed.
Play. There you go. And so we were moving around our camera to get started. So so we played some Clue. There was tons of board games there, and we also had their lattes. If you go to our Instagram, you could see those cool lattes that we got. New subscriber, Mark Newton. Thank you for joining us.
I will erase all this.
Just gonna run you on the board. So if you go to our Instagram, go to instagram.com/underthebunker. Subscribe. Of course, you want to follow us there. Hanging out with Aiden has also joined us. New subscriber.
So what were the two names?
I can only remember hanging out with Aiden.
Mark Newton.
Okay. Mark
And
Newton.
hanging out with Aiden.
Hanging out with Aiden is the other user. Man, that's a long user.
I'm just going to write hanging with, I'll write the whole thing.
So yeah, on our Instagram, we took pictures of these lattes that they made us because they were super cool. They had this really interesting pattern,
Yeah.
which surprised us all. I guess they knew who we were because of how we were dressed. We were all wearing like Enter the Bunker logos and stuff.
Yes.
Yeah, and I thought it was really good, and got me thinking. About the fact is that we're at the end of this. Well, are we at the end? Are we in the second wave of this pandemic thing?
Are we
right?
at the beginning?
Yeah, or is this still going to go on? But in the midst of all this, they're creating something like that. Now they're really smart about it, and they're actually what they're doing is that every time somebody takes out a board game, you've got 40. Like they'll play it,
Yeah.
and then after that they'll wipe it down after everything's in there. But then they'll put it away for 2 days before somebody else can play with it.
Because that's how long the virus stays on things. Like there's like a maximum kind of timeline.
Yeah, there's only so much time that a virus can survive on a surface area, sort of thing, right?
Yeah.
So I wonder if they can like speed that up by either like heating it up or putting it into a freezer or something. I just thought of that actually as I started to talk about that because like there's like the different temperatures that they can survive and so
And
forth.
I thought like of another thing, like if they had one of those spray things, they could just like say, okay, once you're done your board game, just get up and leave. We pack it up for you. That
Yeah.
way they can just be like,
Yeah, they can fog it with that stuff.
Yeah.
Right. So to me though, that's just way too much trouble. Like, can you imagine the experience for everybody else who's trying to eat next to that or something? Right?
yeah, that's true actually. Didn't think of that. Because there's food there too.
Yeah, there was food. We had pizza and nachos.
Grilled
and
cheese.
Grilled cheese and
I really wanted the mac and cheese after.
yeah, we saw somebody else eating that and she got all hungry. So
I love food.
yeah, so that was fun. And I walked away with this nice mug and I'm drinking
I still
white
don't know
hot.
how you got that.
Well, it was a special gift.
Why didn't I get a special gift? We can't be drinking out of opposite mugs.
Well, just give a little shout out to Press Play Cafe today.
I would have shouted at the man.
Thanks thanks for the great time we had yesterday.
Yeah, I
So,
had a lot of fun. We played Clue
Yeah, twice.
twice, and
Yes.
I won. The
She
second
won
time.
once, and
Bailey
but
won.
you died the first time too.
Yeah, because Riley tricked me.
Yeah, if those of you who don't know what Clue is a classic game that's really like a lot like Among Us. Right?
Yeah, it's
So
like a board game.
It's
of
like a
Among
board
Us.
game version of Among Us, really. It's like
You
who's
can even vent.
and you can vent, and
Kinda.
there's even like all you're doing is trying to like everything's sus,
Yeah.
right? And then
Yeah,
you're
you
just
don't
trying to
know.
figure out who is the imposter,
The killer.
who did it,
Who
right?
did it?
So yeah, that was lots of fun.
Mm-hmm.
And so today, the topic of today.
Is the other bunker.
The other bunker. So we are going to be talking to the chat. We're going to be taking your questions. We're going to talk a little bit more about what happened when we went over there the other day. And we'll be happy to answer any questions that people have in the chat regarding the other bunker. in this episode because we did get a lot of questions just from airing that episode. A lot of people were wondering about some certain things that took place.
Yes.
Yeah. Luckily enough, we don't have a Ouija board here today.
We can go get it.
Let's get. What do you mean we can go get it?
Bring it over, have some fun.
It's in the other bunker.
Are you serious?
It can stay there.
Okay. No, we're not going to bring Ouija boards on this live stream.
Did you want to talk about this?
Oh, look at that. So we were also in an article in the Chronicle Herald, which is a popular publication here in Atlantic, Canada. It was called Pivot, is the name of the series. Welcome, XX Sweat XX Gamer. We'll just call him Sweat Gamer. So maybe we'll send him a free care pack of baby powder to keep him dry. So
Stop sweating.
But when people ask what we do and what do, you can send them this article now.
I guess so. Some of the information in it was a little
Yeah.
mismanaged.
And just at the beginning.
Yeah,
Pretty much.
yeah.
The article itself is good, but like those first three paragraphs there, the players, the problem, and the pivot.
Yeah. Unfortunately,
What happened there?
The interview was 3 hours long.
Yeah.
Right? And it was really long, and we got into a lot of details about things.
I think things probably just got switched around a little bit.
And I think he was so busy, writing down his notes and everything, he might have actually, scrambled it up a bit. And then when he went to write it, it was like, oh, I think it's this, right?
Yeah.
So I think that's what happened. But aside from that, the gist of it all is pretty good. And those kind of details really don't matter. And so.
My grandfather called my mom this morning and was like, oh my gosh, Kelly's on the front page of the business sector of the Chronicle Herald. And he was all excited and going
Really?
off. Yeah.
Because that's the only picture I've seen. I didn't see the other pictures.
Yeah, there's a picture of me and you. I'm wearing a striped shirt. The way I'm leaning, I don't know, my arms actually look quite chubby. And I had called myself out on it. And then I texted mom yeah, I feel like I'm chubby wubby in that picture. And she was like, yeah, he did comment how you have the Nixon brown arms. And I was like, what the frick? Really though?
Nixon brown arms?
Yeah. So I guess it's I don't have the Cadell arms. Oh yeah, there it is. Oh my gosh.
Oh, come on.
But
Hey, I got the same shirt.
But how is, my
never
arms
changed.
don't look like that.
No.
No.
Normally you don't, no.
What are you doing?
Jordan M. and Cryo got some free promo in the newspaper there because they're on the board at the time.
Oh, look at that. Yeah, look at that. Our chat managed to get in the newspaper. Check that out, guys. When you come to our chat, you could end up on the newspaper. Look at that.
Oh my gosh, my arms.
That's
I hate
crazy.
That picture.
That was that was a really early show.
No, I have purple hair in it. There's actually a colored picture on the website, and my hair's purple, but it's purple. It's not the faded purple.
It was after we put up the board, which was probably a month or two ago.
Yeah, we just had the Rubik's Cube there.
Remind me to
that was
never
so
lean or whatever I was doing like that again. I must have been pushing my arms up this. I don't know, clue. Let's not do it again though.
Okay, we'll just
Let's say hi to some of these.
get her some arm socks for Christmas or something. I don't know.
Arms. Somebody will knit me some, crochet me, and send them to us. All right, I'm gonna say hi to some of these people.
Okay, let's say hi to the chat.
Time for Nerf, Alexander, Liz Plays, Bryce, Simp Clan, Cat Gaming, Caitlin, Wicked, Zachary, Bruce, Reeps. Hello. Lauren, Gamer Geo. Oh, I bet you were playing with us yesterday on Among Us, weren't you, Gamer Geo? Andres, Tristan, hanging it with Aiden. Oh, we have a new, Lauren is I have no friends on TikTok, but now you do have friends, Lauren. Oh, Noble, hello Noble, and Victoria.
Dark Matrix just subscribed.
Maxtrix. See this? When you subscribe, you get your name written on the board.
You getting on the board.
I think I spelled that right. I don't know. If you comment, I'll know for sure. Dark Mixtrix. Oh, they're all saying hello back. Spade Games, hello. Hi, Evan. Hello, Vert. Victoria. It's a beauty filter. Why? What did he say?
He said the photo looks a little doctored.
Doctor. It is. Leven Jean E. De La Rocca. Hello, that's a cool username. De La Rocca. Wednesday was my anniversary for law enforcement in Beverly Hills. 7 years. 7's my favorite number. Congratulations, Reeps.
Excuse me.
Hello, Moose.
Sounds like a half
Steve.
sneeze. That was weird.
What?
I feel I am in a canyon. You just subscribed, did you, Sadie? You didn't pop up.
Okay, so let's talk more about
The other bunker.
The other bunker.
Right, because that's today.
That's today. So on Wednesday we aired the other bunker. Oh, we got another subscriber. GWD Guides with Dan. Okay. What are GWD? Now I'm curious.
Is that with Dan, W-I-T-H?
Yeah.
Is that another one?
Yeah.
Train 89, Train 489.
God of War's Dungeon. That's
Oh my
it.
gosh, you guys just keep subscribing. Y'all want your name on this board, don't you?
King Destro.
What was that? King what?
King Destro.
Destro.
Yeah.
You guys just want your name on the board?
All we need is Cobra Kai to join us now.
How's life?
And G.I. Joe. Okay, so we were, as you see, in another bunker that isn't as pretty as ours. There's me taking down a piece of it,
Yeah, playing Jenga right there.
freaking out everybody, thinking the thing is going to collapse if I take that piece of wood out.
Yeah.
So that was in probably the more worst part of the area. That was really, really nasty.
Yeah. I was kind of scared when you were pulling on that.
Yeah, because there's pieces of the ceiling in that portion that's actually falling. This is an above ground bunker, just so everybody knows. It's got certain areas that are open. So like this area that we're in is actually like a loading bay kind of an area. So that's why it was so open, and and the ceiling on it isn't solid concrete like the rest of the place. That's why it's falling apart. This is the air intake area. So there's a kind of a mezzanine sort of chamber similar to ours. This was built in the 80s though, and it has, Kelly.
I seen me there. I'm like, oh.
Kelly felt like she should slip in and get some fresh air, I guess.
Well, I just feel like people would have slept in there, like when they broke into it.
Yeah?
Maybe. I don't know. They could have.
Did you find it comfortable?
No.
No. Well, yeah, that'd be a pretty safe place, I'd say.
That's funny. Any critters in the other bunker? Like, did raccoons or other beasties?
Oh yeah.
You want to know about raccoons?
Yeah.
I've seen the most raccoon poop I've ever seen in my entire life.
I was kind of surprised they edited that part out.
No, they
'Cause-
didn't, though.
They didn't, or they did?
They didn't. They
Because
put it in.
I don't remember seeing in the videos the actual pile that we saw there.
He kind of just does right
Here
there,
we go.
right
Oh,
there.
yeah, it was
So
so
you can't
quick. You
see,
can't
though.
see it. Yeah.
All
so
of that is
all
poop.
of that is a mountain of poop, people. Like there is so much. It's ridiculous. I don't even understand what the animal was thinking. You know, like what is it you're thinking? You're like, I'm just gonna go on top of my other poop and take a poop there. I don't
Justin
understand.
said that's where they
That's the most curve I've ever seen in my entire life. You've clearly never worked on a horse farm. And
I haven't. But I meant more like raccoon poop. And like, I meant more like amount, like per animal, for sure. That's
Yeah.
that's
That's crazy,
of
yeah.
one animal poop.
You know, you go out in the field and you find like little deer droppings everywhere, and you know, it's just like, ugh. But then you see that and you're like, wow. You know, that had to be years.
Pretty sure I was just like, keep your masks on, everybody. When I put
That
my
had to
hand
be
up
years.
Like that. Yeah.
So this is a kind of a
Oh, there's a better. Yeah. See,
There.
it's that bottom, like that whole cabinet there, is poop.
yeah.
It's probably like this thick in the cabinet. So gross. That
Pretty
needs-
bad.
Yeah.
I
I wonder if he still poops there.
no, I don't think anything can get in there
No,
now.
I don't think
There was a time when I think there was an entryway that was open in there, and that's why they were able to get in.
They chose that spot.
Why'd they choose that
Is
spot?
that a beer can? An Alexander Keith's beer can, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I never noticed that.
Yeah,
So
why
maybe-
choose that spot of all places? I mean, there's the cabinetry.
Maybe because like it made me feel like it was enclosed. And three other sides protected if it sat in the cabinet.
Yeah, I suppose so. You want to keep your poop fresh.
Don't want to be attacked while you're doing poop.
Just want to do my business. Just like not get attacked while I do my poop. Okay.
While I do my poop. Okay, yes, this is in Nova Scotia.
So the top side of the bunker in this section is completely encased in steel. So that's why there's the false floors as well. Like that's why we had above, like that's what, not false floors, but they had
Raised flooring.
raised floors because the bottom of it is also solid steel. So the whole thing is just a giant capsule of steel along with all the entryways sealed in copper beryllium. But I didn't get into too much detail on that.
See,
But
like that flooring, it's all, you can lift the pieces right up.
yeah, because the bottom is all steel. So it's a giant metal capsule. And that was part of the shielded section so that everything that was in there was completely secure. No kind of radio frequencies or anything like that could penetrate that area. It was also extra shielded from any kind of EMP as well.
Yes, yes. Thank you, Our Crazy Life. Love.
And this is an area that was built up not by the government, right? The area that you're walking through in the video now, this is probably bad for podcasting. The area you're walking through right now was offices built by the owner before you, is that correct?
No?
Oh, these were built up by the government.
What offices are we looking at right now? Like right now we're looking at the ceiling.
Yeah. Like on the far, when you go in the, walk
On the
in the
far-
bunker, on the far left, there's like a built up area with offices.
Yeah, right up against the wall. Yeah, the ones you're talking about that were against the wall, those were built by the previous owner.
Which is, I think, this area, if you're watching on video.
Yeah, that's what we're looking at right now, yeah.
Yeah.
You can
Basically
see-
anything that used wood,
Yeah.
Yeah, if
that
there
was
was
done.
wood in it.
If it was wood, that it was wood for the framing, that was done by someone who wasn't the military or the government.
Yeah, they definitely didn't
Yeah.
build with 2x4s.
Because what they built with when they did it back then was they used the metal studs that they were going to build any kind of it.
Acid. No, it would burn through it.
Depending on what kind of acid it is, that container could hold it.
Looks like popcorn. Is that what was in it?
I honestly don't know.
It looks like insulation.
Chat, do you guys have any idea what this might be? Maybe the chat we have some educated people who'd be able to help us understand what it is that we're dealing with here. Because this is some crazy. It
What's
wasn't
that pipe in there
I know
for?
it looks like insulation, but it's not insulation. It had a very weird kind of texture to it. I didn't want to touch it. I'm pretty happy I didn't.
Your hand would probably fall off. It looks so much like insulation.
Yeah, it does, but it definitely wasn't.
And if you actually, like, back in the other clip before that, you could see black on the bottom and then, like, a thing of white, like, in the tub when you were standing next to it.
Yeah, there was like separations of the chemicals, whatever was in there. It's definitely not insulation though. It was like growing out of whatever kind of chemical was in that. So weird.
Air filtration material.
Air filtration.
Maybe a mixing bed for water treatment. Is it a water treatment? What? I'm confused. So gross looking. So gross, so gross. This is in DeBert, Nova Scotia.
This is in DeBert, Nova Scotia. This is part of the tanks you are looking at does do water treatment. It's part of a water treatment system.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but there was another tank next to it that does most of that work.
There were some compressors there, wasn't there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What that is though in that tank, I have no idea. That has nothing to do with the water treatment system. The other tanks did though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just can't figure out what that tank was.
So,
And now we're getting into the main area
right.
where we've done a lot of clearing work. That's where there used to be carpeted flooring. Ugh, nasty. There we go.
So that would have been all carpet
Yeah.
right there.
Yeah. So those were admin offices back in the day.
Back in the day. In the 1980s. Did you know if you were born in 1980, you're 40 years old? That's crazy. 40. I'm not 40 though. All right, let's see what some people are saying. Is it mold? It could have been mold, a type of mold, that stuff.
It could have
growing
been
on
a type of
top.
mold, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Clearly, we didn't want to have, nobody has touched it at all.
yeah. When did the bunker close? Which bunker? Did both the bunkers get decommissioned at the same time?
Yeah, they would, well, the whole base got decommissioned.
Yeah, that's what I was.
Yeah, so everybody bugged, so the base got completely closed down in 1996.
Yeah.
But the military really didn't bug out of here until about 2000. That's when, like, there were still remnants of military around here.
Yeah, and even
after that.
then, the cadets still came in and did training.
Yeah,
in
cadets
2005.
still use the area. All the properties then got handed over to the county, and so the county then started to manage them and operate them and try to do some different things with them before they finally got privatized.
Okay.
Yeah,
Interesting.
I'm not sure what the county did with the NATO building though.
That is the NATO building.
Yeah, I'm not sure what they did with it. I've never heard any stories about them ever doing anything
I'm
with it.
freaking out there.
So this is, what were you doing with that pipe? You were just like stabbing yourself.
I know. I was like, we're leaving. That was scary. So we found a Ouija board in the bunker.
Look at that. Whew. Ouija. So chat, have any of you used a Ouija board before? And do you think that this, if you saw this inside the bunker like we did, what would you do? Let us know.
Yeah, let us know. Would you use it?
She did.
Who did?
You?
Never.
Never.
We're going to have some people in here using one on Monday night.
Sadie says,
I would run for my life.
Just like she did.
Did you see what I did?
Yeah. I was out in the hall when they found that, and I was just like, whoa, that's
I
a
was
Ouija
like,
board.
everybody get the frick out right now. Go, go, go. Yeah, that was freaky. I definitely wouldn't mess with one of those. Although somebody told us to check the Ouija board at nighttime, that I guess like if you set it in a certain position at nighttime, that if you check it like the next morning, it could be moved. Like they like to move them at nighttime.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh, didn't know that. Are we going to try that out?
Let's not.
Do you think we should try that out in here in the bunker?
Yeah, we could take like a before and after picture. Jake could.
What do you guys think? What do the producers think about that? What does the chat think about that?
Nothing happened. I'd put it on eBay with the story. Big money. Ah, you're smarty, Steve. Bring it in the good bunker and see what happens. Let's not.
Well, apparently we're going to have one on Monday.
It's not ours, though.
It's not ours. No.
It's the paranormal people.
No. It's not this one.
Have you guys talked about that?
We haven't talked much about that. But as a matter of fact, on Monday, we are going to be having the who are they called?
They're the local, they're from Truro, Paranormal Investigations of Nova Scotia, I think they're called.
Okay.
Yeah.
Paranormal investigations are
Maybe
coming.
look that up quickly just to make sure that's right, because I'd like to actually say the real name. Yeah, they're coming Monday and doing an investigation. Monday night. Yeah, I was right.
That's
Paranormal
them.
Investigations Nova Scotia. They're actually doing some really cool stuff in downtown Truro right now. They have, yeah, they're going to the old Chevy's building. So if you're local, you know, it's like an old bar and it's upstairs and supposedly it's pretty haunted. And they've been doing some haunted tours at the Colchester Historium. Again, it's in town. And they're not just necessarily doing the haunted tours. They're bringing in the tools and letting people like you or I go in and do the investigation ourselves.
Wow.
So I'm hoping, I don't know. I was kind of wanting to use a tool when they come on Monday, but would you use a tool?
What kind of tool?
So they have like this, like radar thing that you like take a picture and it like does a heat thing and it like outlines a body. There was actually, they had a picture from Chevy's.
Really?
Yeah, it was freaky. Like you could tell the thing obviously had its like leg crossed and everything. Like you could tell that in the picture.
Really?
Yeah, it was freaky.
Are you gonna take that to the women's washroom area?
No, I just thought I seen something move from my peripheral over here. By the way,
It was just Chet.
it was this way.
That way?
Yeah, like it was like right beside that brown coat. I seen it in my peripheral. Peripheral. Anyways, I'd rather not.
Why? Because you think we'll find something?
Oh, I know.
You know we'll find something.
Well, how can we not? We find stuff, see stuff on the daily.
She sees stuff daily.
Daily.
Wouldn't you want to take a picture then and just say hi?
No. Honestly, if he took a picture of like if they took a picture of something and used what I just explained, if they took a picture of that and say like they took a picture of that couch right now and there was something sitting on it, I'd be gone.
Really?
Gone.
You're that afraid of it?
I don't know.
What do you think? What do you think it'll do?
I don't know. It's just more. I just need to leave for a couple minutes to like collect my thoughts, probably. I don't know. It's scary. Is River Breeze haunted? I'm taking my kids there this weekend. It's a good time.
Is it?
Yeah, it's pretty good. I
they
haven't
re-
been in a few years, but
Are they actually haunted though? I haven't heard
oh,
anything
they're
about
not.
that.
I don't think. Well, they like put on their own haunt.
Yeah, they put on their own little
Yeah.
show.
I don't think they're like literally haunted
No,
like us.
I've never heard of anything like that.
We are literally haunted.
But we are actually. Yeah.
We are literally.
Thank you, Sadie. We've got our Corsair esports keyboards.
Do you want to field some questions we've received about the other bunker over the past 3 or 4 days?
Sure. Shoot.
Okay. Let me see if I can find it. Hold on. I should have prepared before I asked you. There it is. So to start, probably the most common one was, why did you have those suits on? Is it radioactive over there?
We don't know.
Chemical, biological.
Yeah.
We want to make sure that we were protected. Those suits would protect us from anything like that. There is all kinds of weird things that we found there, including like the labs that were there
Yeah.
that contained all kinds of
We
strange,
just didn't want to risk it.
strange things.
We wanted to live another day.
Yeah, so we had to be dressed for the occasion.
How did it get to the condition it's in now? How did that happen?
People
People.
destroyed it, looking
yeah.
for copper.
It's unfortunate, but it really got hit by scrappers. The previous owner basically abandoned the property, and once people realized the previous owner wasn't taking care of it, they just completely ransacked the place. They went in there
literally ransacked it.
and ripped out every piece of scrap metal, copper you could imagine came out of that place. It's horrible because like you saw all the systems in the video. It's just
The only
wrecked.
copper I've seen left in there is like copper that's literally cemented into the floor. Like they couldn't have got it out.
Yeah, they took all they could.
Yeah.
Did you buy the bunkers at the same time? If not, how did you get the above ground one?
So, not the same time. Acquired this one first, and then years later, the other bunker went up for tax auction. What was it? 3-4 years ago? About 4 years ago. And so a local businessman had purchased it then. I went to the auction to see, and then it wasn't too long after he purchased it and actually fixed it up a little bit that the previous owner came in and redeemed it and actually paid the taxes. So then he got it back. And it was just like, oh, great. Now,
Gave him a second chance.
maybe now he'll take care of it, but he didn't. He just ended up leaving it up for sale and didn't come back. And then eventually it went up for tax auction again. And then this time I was there and he didn't come back.
Good.
So, and that was it. And then we took care of it.
The end.
So that's how that happened. And that was That was a number of years ago. That was a couple of years ago that we were able to acquire it. So, yeah.
Yeah, you've had it for a couple of years now.
Yeah, it's been a few years now.
When did the government move out of there, and what did they do there?
It's probably the same time as around here, so like 1996, but like officially around the 2000s, right?
That's right. Actually, there isn't a lot of information about when NATO pulled out of there. I'd say it's about the same time. There might be some info on the wiki page or something, like on Wikipedia. But now that I think about it, we don't have a lot of info. Yeah, there's not a lot of like, there's a lot of the stuff that we get is from people who come here, who used to work here, and then people who live in this area.
Yeah.
They've told us so many stories of so many things, of everything that's happened out here throughout the years, that we become like the living archives of the history of this place. And the problem is that a lot of people have been stationed at this bunker and have gone through this bunker over time. But the NATO bunker only lasted like 15, like not even, it was like a dozen years that it was actually in commission. And there were very few people that had access to it. And the ones that did were like only top security. So not a lot of people actually, even the people we know that have come to this one, they never got to go to the other one. So there's very little information that we have of what correlates between what we know here and what we know there. So that's the best we have, really.
Was there another part to that of what the building was used for? Did you say?
Yeah. Do you know what the government was doing in that building?
So it had a nickname called NICS, which
NICS.
stands for?
NATO Information and Communications Conference.
Right. So the NICS building was part of NATO's communications infrastructure, so that any kind of communication that came from North America would pass through the NICS building to go across the Atlantic Ocean. So that was, it was connected, that building was also connected to the
Other two.
and
Glenholm and Masstown.
not just Masstown, the one in Wentworth.
Sorry, that's what I meant.
Yeah. So there's another bunker in Wentworth that's actually got a giant satellite, a giant like 50-foot satellite dish with a giant dome over it. It looks like a big golf ball just sitting in the middle of the forest.
And the dome has like it's like made out of a bunch of triangles.
Yeah. So it's a geodesic dome. So
Geodesic. That's fancy.
they had that communication array connected to the NATO building. And then what happened was that by 1996, the military was kind of like, so what was happening, actually this is what I know. There was the satellite that they were using for the military communications that was connected to the Folly Lake satellite array.
Yeah.
The satellite that was going around the Earth was falling out of orbit. Okay, so it was falling out of orbit. It wasn't going to be working soon, and they knew that. And so they had a choice of, well, we launch another satellite and keep this going,
Right.
or we just use the internet.
They chose internet.
So they were just like, well, we got the internet now, so we'll just use the internet now.
Yeah.
And so they decided just to decommission the whole thing, because honestly, if they were going to launch another satellite, that would cost them millions and millions of dollars, and then they'd have to maintain all this infrastructure. That's what's, hundreds, if not millions and millions more dollars. So they were just like, well, we got the internet. That's what we're going to use for our communication infrastructure now, and that's what they do now. So that's why. That was part of what led to the decommissioning of the NATO infrastructure here, along with the satellite array that was located in Folly Lake.
I actually sent a good write-up in one of our chats last weekend that was pretty...
Is that what it says there,
pretty
what
good,
I just said?
Not really. It's just talking about kind of the history of it. Abandoned military bases in Nova Scotia is what this article is about. I'll put it in the chat. People can read it at their leisure. The next question? The next question was, are the bunkers connected?
Yes,
100%. Yep.
definitely.
Can you access those connections?
We don't talk about that.
Let's not reveal.
I tried, guys.
Let's not reveal stuff. Is that the one? Is that the one I sent the other day? The one that Enter the Bunker just?
I'm not sure.
I think it might be.
It could have been.
I'm gonna click it and find out. It was actually a good write-up. I read the whole thing. Yep. I think that, no, this is not it. That's the one you just, okay. Maybe it is. Anyways.
Sorry, water malfunction.
What was that?
I
Did
tried.
it?
I tried to move my skull, and I didn't realize it would be so slippery. It just slipped right out of my hands and
The
flew
skull's
off
mine
the table.
now because you have the star. Oh wait, I have the star. I guess you can have the skull.
There we go. I was trying to move it so that it would be.
You can see it.
There you go. Gives a nice, pretty smile.
What's his name?
Do you plan to restore the bunker? If so, where do you plan to start, and how much do you think it will cost? I don't know why we included that last question. Sorry, I read that verbatim. I shouldn't have. You can ignore the last part of that.
What was the last question?
Do you plan to restore the bunker? If so, where do you plan to start?
Are we going to restore the bunker? If so, where are we going to start? Well, we've already started. When you look at the video and you see that big open space, that used to be really, really funky rooms that were, and by funky I mean nasty, that were filled with all kinds, like the walls were just black with mold and they were just a mess. So we had to demo down all of those walls to get them out there. That's it, basically, yeah. So it's a nice open area now. And you can tell from the different flooring how there were different rooms and so on. And so we've already cleared that out, and that's basically where we started. What happens next? I guess it's to move on to the next section, which was in the back, right?
Yeah.
Where all that poop is.
Or like the other, or where they bring the truck, like the docking.
The docking area, yeah, that's a dangerous area. It'd be really good if we actually took out that whole overhead that was built around there.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, it depends on what you're going to use it for, right? I don't think we want to store anything that's like 20 feet high in that area. Not even 20, like 50 feet. I mean, it goes really high.
I was gonna walk up those stairs, but nobody wanted me to.
Yeah, you see how high that ceiling is? Like, it's crazy high.
What's that glowing blue thing?
The sky.
It was dark out.
That's a piece of the ceiling that's missing, is what you're looking at.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. So yeah, you see pieces of the insulation everywhere that's falling out, and that stairway that clearly is not safe, that nobody wanted to walk up.
I did.
You did? No, you.
I wanted to.
Oh, that's a good shot right there. So you can see what's happening. We'll probably knock that out. Like, I can imagine we're going to just tear that out because that's just had nothing but water damage done to it for years now. So rebuilding that doesn't make a whole lot of sense, I don't think. We might put a new metal roof over that or something, but I don't understand what they were doing there, honestly.
I know.
Or we might just leave it open. Like, just leave it open so it's like out in the air.
Who would have put that in? Like, not the military, because it was
I think-
wood and like pink insulation.
Yeah, it was probably something the previous
Yeah.
owner did. Like, I mean, because they were storing all kinds of strange chemicals there. So they probably wanted to use it as a storage area for those strange chemicals.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I found like all of those like circle things, and I was like, what would they set in here? And you're like, chemicals.
Yeah, there were chemical bins. Yeah, and they had all those tubes going to them for the mixers of the
Yes.
various bio things. Hey, Slaytion.
Slay.
Welcome to the channel. Thank you for entering the bunker.
Slaytion. We had lots of new subscribers today.
Do you believe the other bunker is haunted?
Do we believe it's haunted? There's differing opinions on that. We found a Ouija board there, so
Yeah, but doesn't mean it's haunted. That just means somebody was an idiot.
oh, that's some bad juju right there.
A ghost did not put that there. There was initials on it though.
Yeah, it said JG.
JG.
JG. Who's
I
that guy?
forgot about that actually.
I remember because he made a big deal about it. Like, look at the initials. It says GG. What's that? What's that?
Yeah.
I remember that. So I
Freaks me out.
don't know, because there's just so many strange things in there but everybody had a different vibe when they were in there.
I feel like if anything, I was vibing more like haunted, like ghost animals instead of ghost people.
Ghost animals?
Yeah.
Is there such a thing?
Like I feel like that's what the testing was.
Really?
I don't know. That's just my guess.
Testing on animals? Oh boy, that's
Good
all we need.
ghost.
It's inherently unsafe in there. So regardless of your opinions, it does not feel nice to be inside there.
Yes, that could account for the feeling of hauntiness.
And we went in with like 5. There was 5 of us going in too. So when you're with somebody, you're usually a bit braver.
Yeah. Usually it's when you're alone that everything goes trippy.
Yes.
It's also very evident that other people who aren't supposed to be in there were in there, and
Yeah, 'cause
that
there was
gives you
a
an
huge board.
uneasy feeling as well, especially for you as an owner, Jonathan. I can,
Yeah.
plus that's kind of a violating feeling.
Okay.
You don't think? I feel like it would be if I was the owner. I'm not the owner.
It's like, you know the feeling you get when like somebody tries to hack your email or something, and you're like, somebody's trying to get in my email right now.
Like
Yeah.
uneasy.
It's like, it's an uneasy feeling. I imagine that's the feeling you get knowing that people stole your copper. They ran your copper, Jonathan.
I think pretty well all that copper was gone before you bought it, though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I knew that. Yeah. I knew it was really, really badly taken apart before I got there.
Yeah. What a sin.
What were your... What's this question mean, Jake? As someone who has not seen the other bunker before, what were you... As someone who has not seen the other bunker before, what were your thoughts on it? Who's that question for?
I think it's for
Kelly,
Kelly.
okay.
'Cause
It was pretty wrote off, is what I thought. Like, I don't know. I don't really know what I was expecting. I guess a lot of like the stuff that was inside of it, where Jonathan told me like it was built in the 80s, ours was built in this one was built in the 60s. So there's like a 20-year difference, but a lot of like the mechanical stuff seemed to be the same. Like it just, which I thought it would have been a lot different because there's a 20-year difference.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It was good. I wouldn't go over by myself. I'd always wear a mask. I don't really know. What do you think, Jake? Talking to the mic.
But don't really, I don't like
Oh yeah.
Talk around
It was.
Brady and his germs.
I noticed that the air felt like thicker. Like there was definitely a lot of dust in the air constantly, no matter how long that place had to settle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad we had the masks if we were in there for that long a period of time.
Me too.
yeah.
What were your thoughts, Brady?
I feel sorry for anybody who
I was
didn't go in
chilling.
there.
Straight vibing?
Yeah, I was vibing. For me, it's just like it's not it's inherently dangerous in there, and that's an uneasy feeling, especially when you're with like your coworkers and stuff, and you don't want anyone to get hurt or anything. That was the least fun part about it for me. But the building's cool. There's a lot of cool stuff in there,
Don't wear heels.
and there's just glass on the floor. Jake had Vans on. Kelly had heels on. The rest of us just had regular like work shoes, not steel-toed. So.
Yeah, I would suggest wearing better footwear.
What do you think that building will look like in 2025?
5 years from now.
Wow.
Hopefully a bit better.
In 2025,
We'll see. Like, who knows?
in 2025. I'm sorry. I'm
Having a hard time answering that one.
I'm having a hard time being able to articulate the vision, being able to like what I see in.
Well, I know what you kind of want to do with the place, so.
Yeah,
Do
it's
you
just.
see it like at least started to get there?
Well, we're talking about 5 years from now.
Yeah.
So, most likely.
Maybe if Enter the Bunker starts bringing in mills, then we can get it done. We'll just hire y'all off our YouTube, bring y'all here, fly you in, get you to renovate it for us.
I guess it really depends on what things are going to look like after this economic reset. You know, like with the whole pandemic and the economic reset that's taking place, it's going to depend. It's going to really change the face of how tourism happens, how people how people will go places, and so that I think is going to have a strong impact on just what things will look like in 5 years. So it could go in so many ways depending on what happens there. That's my thoughts on it. So yeah, still flexible.
Still flexible. GoFundMe page for the other bunker, says Jewel.
Oh gosh, I don't want to do that again.
No.
I've been through that before. It's not fun. No.
Would you ever offer tours of the other bunker?
Well, if we got a little further with our cleanup, maybe, yes. But I don't feel like it has as much as what this place does, though, unfortunately, in terms of the history and everything else. Like you saw, a lot of it is just gone.
Yeah.
All you have left really is the infrastructure of what was a bunker. So the history itself is, like, it's hard to imagine people coming for the history when so much of it is gone already. So.
I'm not sure you could get a full 1 hour tour of that place anyway.
No.
Like it took us, 45 minutes of filming to go around the whole building?
Yeah. It's significantly smaller than this one. Yeah.
How many square feet is it?
I always get tripped up on this because
This one's 64,000 square feet for anybody that doesn't know.
I think the entire welcome Elvis.
Elvis
Has entered the bunker.
Bunkerus. Oh,
So
look, Elvis, I wrote your name in red.
I believe the other facility is 15,000 square feet.
15,000.
Yeah.
So that's like nothing compared to this.
Yeah, it's really small compared to this this place. So that's why there's and I mean you saw just how much of it is actually like infrastructure for
Showable
the
even.
engine room and
Yeah.
the vent systems and everything else. So yeah.
Would you turn the other bunker into condos or a hotel? We
Has
have better luck doing that one with that than this one. because
Yeah.
It has windows. This
It-
one doesn't.
It's above ground and it has some windows that were cut out by the previous owner. So we could potentially be able to turn it into something like that. Maybe.
Bruce says a doggy daycare.
A doggy well, it's already got the poop area apparently. So.
This is where you come to poop. Yeah, that's funny.
Do you regret buying that bunker?
Not yet.
It's only been a couple years though.
Not yet.
I think that's all the questions, unless the chat has some. We're coming up on an hour anyway, so if you guys want to finish off hanging out with the chat, that's cool.
Chat, do you have any final questions?
Last chance.
Speak now. I guess
Now we can kind of set up the next week,
Type.
which is the paranormal investigation is going to be here Monday sometime.
Then we'll be filming that on Wednesday.
We'll be showing it on Wednesday.
Showing it on
it.
Wednesday.
But we
filming
might go
it.
live a little if we
Yeah,
can.
I think we should go live a little bit Monday night.
What time do you think that would be?
9, 8:30, 9, 8,
So
9.
7 to 9 Eastern.
Yeah.
If you keep an eye on us, we'll probably go live on TikTok or maybe YouTube. I don't know. How long have you had the bunkers?
8 to 3 years.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah. Depending on which one.
Yeah. 8 years this one, 3 years the other one.
Right.
Yeah. Cool.
And Monday, what are we going to be? Are we doing a show Monday?
Yes.
Playing games.
Probably play Among Us.
Among Us.
Oh, right, but we're going to do it at 3 o'clock stream.
Yes.
Remember?
I believe so, yeah. Yes,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
people are coming in late.
Right.
So if you're in school and you don't really usually get to watch,
Now you do.
we will be
Now
here
you
at
do.
3 on Monday. So 2 Eastern, 3:30 or 3?
3,
So, yeah, 2 Eastern time. We'll,
2 p.m. Eastern time.
Okay.
No, 2:30, Jake.
2:30? Oh.
Yeah, 2:30 to 11.
You just got an extra half hour work by the sounds of things.
No, that's his 8.5 that he gets every day.
I don't know.
Say something on Discord, please.
I think she means when we play Among Us.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we'll play with viewers next time.
Yeah. Yesterday was fun.
Yeah, yesterday we played Discord. We had a surprise stream and we jumped on we played with Among Us. We played Among Us on our stream here yesterday. For those of you who subscribed
I
and
really
rung
didn't
that
like the
bell,
lighting,
you got
but-
the notification. And we played a little different than we usually play, where we're on the Discord and we all chat. But it was fun. Yeah, and we had some good games. GG.
Yeah, GG. You sus.
Actually, none of us even got to be.
I know. I was so mad. I just
Yeah.
wanted the imposter once.
Not even once.
Wah, wah. All right, so it doesn't look like anybody else has any other questions here. So yeah, next week, Monday, we're filming that. We're also doing a gaming stream. Wednesday, we're showing you the paranormal investigation. And then Friday's a podcast again.
Awesome. Right in time for
When are we
Halloween.
doing pizza?
November something. Middle of November. Second week of November.
So hungry.
Sounds good to me.
How
We're
many
gonna-
pizza places are we going to try?
I don't know yet.
I know, I'm just caught up on pizza now. All right.
Okay, so
Oh, yeah, Kelsey's like, everyone kept killing you guys yesterday. Literally. They'd
Yeah.
kill you first, and then they'd come for me. They had, like, a vendetta over
every
us.
time I would get killed. I almost the first one almost all the time.
You were the
crazy.
first one so many times. All right.
I learned not to trust people. Okay, so thanks everyone for entering the bunker. Remember, fun challenges empowering you, the people, to survive and thrive in today's world. And today, thank you for joining us on our podcast. It is the weekend. It is Friday, which means everybody's going to have a great weekend, and you have to wait until Monday to be able to see us again, and we'll be playing Among Us then. Join us then. Be sure to ring the bell, like this video. If you liked it, like it up, and subscribe, and ring the bell, and tell your friends, and be sure to join us on all our channels. If you want to see what happened at Press Play Cafe yesterday, go to our Instagram, and you can see what was inside this cup.
I had a salted
yes.
caramel latte, and it was so good.
It was good. Yeah, I had the hazelnut one. It was good too. So, so that's it for today. Thank you very much, everybody, and have a great weekend.
Bye.